Hi students, I'm coming to you again to read the next couple chapters of the book that I've been reading with you guys, titled Case of the Kidnapped Cupid. So chapter 2 is titled A New Friend. So remember we left off with Leon and Casey and D.A.R.E getting a letter from Officer Gill about looking out for the house with the ivy covered house on the corner. And so now they're trying to find out whether or not the new lady who's moved in is a movie star. So let's see what chapter 2 says is titled A New Friend. The three friends quickly delivered the rest of the Valentines, then went to Casey's house to call Officer Gill so they could report what they'd seen. The policeman who answered the phone explained that Officer Gill wasn't there. "Can you tell him that the Calendar Club called with a report?" Casey asked. "Sure thing," the policeman said. Casey hung up the phone and the three friends headed to her backyard. "Why don't I just ask if she's a movie star?" Casey said as she walked inside the clubhouse. "We can figure out if she's a movie star without asking her," D.A.R.E said. "We just have to think about the clues." She opened her notebook and started a new list. Clues about our neighbor. Number 1, she arrived on Wednesday. "What else do we know about her?" Casey asked. "Not much," D.A.R.E admitted. "We don't even know her name." "Can I draw a picture of her in your notebook?" Casey offered. Casey wasn't a great artist, but D.A.R.E didn't mind. She handed over her notebook. Casey started drawing. "Hey, Leon," Casey said. Did you notice what the suitcase looked like that she was carrying?" Leon didn't answer. "Leon," Casey asked again. Casey and D.A.R.E looked around the clubhouse, but Leon was nowhere to be seen. Oops, sorry guys. This was nothing new. Leon was a collector. His most important collection was of rocks that were shaped like the states. Leon hoped someday he would have an entire map of the United States made out of rocks. But looking in his rock piles, snow piles, and puddles often made him late. "Leon!" Casey shouted. Leon came running inside. "Sorry," he said. "I thought I found a rock shaped like Arizona. I really want to find Arizona by Saturday." "Why?" Casey asked. Leon had never mentioned Arizona before. "Because Saturday is Valentine's Day," Leon explained. "And in 1912, on Valentine's Day, Arizona became the 48th state." Wow, did you guys know that? I didn't. "And is Arizona called the Valentine State?" Casey asked. "No," Leon said. "It's called the Grand Canyon State." "That's a good nickname too," Casey said, and she went back to drawing. Leon glanced at the notebook. "Who is that?" "It's our neighbor," Casey said. "D.A.R.E doesn't think I should ask her any more questions, so I'm drawing her instead." "I just don't think we should go ringing doorbells for no good reason," D.A.R.E said. Casey stopped drawing. "I just thought of a really good reason." Now we're chapter 3, and it's titled A Good Reason. Casey's mother agreed. She would make a tray of brownies and the three friends would deliver it to their new neighbor. Mrs. Calendar owned a bakery, which was called Sweetie Pie in Fruitvale, and her double fudge brownies were everyone's all-time favorite. Ooh, those brownies sound good right now. D.A.R.E, Casey, and Leon set off for the ivy-covered corner house as soon as the brownies were ready. D.A.R.E walked her cat, Ginger, on a leash. Ginger was a cat that thought she was a dog. Casey came next, pulling her red wagon. A tray of double fudge brownies sat inside, bumping along as they went. Casey's dog, Silky, followed behind the wagon. Silky was a dog that thought he was a cat. Oh my goodness. His favorite activity, was sitting on a chair near the window watching the world go by. Silky didn't like to go out for walks, but when he did, he hardly ever wore a leash. Leon came last. He had fallen behind to stop and examine a rock. It wasn't what he was looking for. He tossed it back in the dirt and ran to catch up. The three friends were almost at the corner when a delivery truck pulled up in front of the ivy-covered house. They watched as the delivery man carried a big box to the front door. He rang the bell. The door opened. He handed the box to someone inside. Then he went back to his truck and drove off. Come on, Casey said. The movie star is home. She ran to the front door and rang the bell. A moment later, the movie star opened the door. Well, hello there, she said. To what do I owe this unexpected pleasure? Casey wasn't sure what that meant, but she figured that was how movie stars talked. We have a club, Casey explained, as she handed the woman the tray of brownies. It's called the Calendar Club. We figure things out, and we figured out you like brownies. How did you know about my terrible sweet tooth? The woman asked. Thank you so much. And without another word, she smiled and closed the door. Why didn't she invite us in? Casey asked. I guess she's too busy to talk to us right now, Dottie said. Still, Casey said, if it were me, I would have invited us in. I wonder why she didn't invite them in. Ginger stepped toward the front door and pushed it with her nose. See? Casey said, even Ginger wants to go in. Ginger pushed a little harder. The door hadn't been closed all the way. It opened a few inches. Dottie held back on the leash so Ginger couldn't open it anymore. But Silky wasn't on a leash, and now Silky was interested in the door too. Want to go in the house? Casey asked Silky. Silky always liked being inside better. He wagged his tail and slipped through the narrow opening. Silky, Dottie called out. Casey smiled. I guess we better go get him. For once, Dottie was glad she wasn't first. Here's a picture of that. And so we will continue with chapter 4 the next time I come to you guys. So hope you guys are enjoying this book, listening to this book as much as I'm enjoying reading it to you guys. I miss you all once again and look forward to the next time we can see each other. Talk to you soon. Bye.